So you think your boiler's had it? I'll fetch the 2 bags from the van. If you want the best, don't ask questions, 'cause brother, I'm your man.
We are going to get a PHA intro sorted soon, aren't we, Matt?
We are. I've already briefed the team.
Yes. Oosh. Right, so we're back for PHA episode. I think this will be episode 5. I'm keeping track of this, by the way, Matt. That you're putting numbers on it and you're editing the video that we've supplied, which is all good. It all looks really good, and the music that comes along with it, and the slick.
We are keeping Dan busy. We keep starting new things as well. We've started a podcast. You should check that out. 50 Shades of Trade.
Oh, really?
Sorry, I thought I'd get that plug in there. I think the latest one is the best yet, actually. It's absolutely incredible.
Wow.
Keep that guest secret.
Is it that good that you get a air horn on it?
Apparently so. So. I think it's so good, you're going to get 2 episodes out of one.
Wow.
One recording.
Hello, my name's Simon Leach-Muda from The Boiler Business. This is Matt from PHA. He's a systems geek. I'm a content geek. So, Matt, what are we going to be... Get rid of that.
Thanks.
Off your forehead. What are we going to be looking at today? Because I guess it's what we've been working on. You've been working on your side, you've been working on the system side of it, and I've been working on the written content side of it for probably about three weeks now. Okay, but we are about... We definitely need this again. We're about to launch this, fingers crossed. Can we say next week? It's next week?
I think with the Jubilee, it might be the week after in terms of actual launch date, but we are getting very close to closing the doors to that first cohort.
Yeah. So for you guys that are not aware, there's 23 places, have been 23 places available for PHA. Note, PHA is not PHA, but you need PHA in order to get into PHA, and there has been 20 spots offered for the right type of business to get in on the action. Who is the right type of business? It's the people that's going to be feeding back to us what we want to build into PHA. 12 of the 20 places have gone. 8 are still available, but I think once the big button goes and presses down, that first customer journey is now live and available. The free spots for PHA will come to a close. What is going to happen after that is as we build PHA, as we build the ready-made, done for you, done with you platform for plumbing and heating engineers to use PHA, as each and every feature gets added, obviously that's going to have added value and the cost will be applied. So the first customer journey, what we're going to show you through today, very, very briefly, is all to do with booking in customers for just your standard boiler service. It's took a while to get to this point. It's all written, and Matt's team have been working on the systemization and the automation. But once that's live, very, very quickly after that, I'll be doing some editing to make this a template for you guys that are looking at boiler plans. After that, boiler installations, and then we'll start adding on more as we go along. So Matt, should we come over to your screen first?
Yeah. So I mean, just to reiterate that. So the work you've been doing is essentially work that is going to be shortcutted completely for people coming on to the accelerator. So you've done all the work to develop those funnels, to develop the messaging that obviously people can pick up and they can adapt. So like they are templates, but so much effort has gone into that. It's done for you. So if you come onto the PHA Heating Accelerator, we'll be able to just pre-populate your account with all that stuff that's really highly customized for the UK heating industry, designed by a UK heating expert. So those 8 places that we've got left, given who we're talking to at the moment, it's likely that will be filled by the middle of next week, so end of the month. And then at that point, start of the following week, we'll be looking to press the go button and putting all that data into the accounts of those who are on that opportunity to get all that for free. And we'll be working with them to develop it to make it even better. That's my
it's only going to get
pitch.
better and better, mate. Only going to get
Yeah.
better. I'm just going to give a quick sneaky peek of what I'm going to go through before we jump over to you. So what are we talking about in a customer journey? Right. So right now I am in my old friend Grammarly. Okay. For you guys that don't have Grammarly, get Grammarly free. For you guys that have Grammarly free, get Grammarly Pro. Okay. Once you're in at the £120 a year level, suddenly it starts doing magic for your written copy. Here is what I've put in for this stage in the customer journey that we're plugging into PHA. It's regarding the Cozy Home Plus. It's a made up service plan. Hello again, friend. Good news. Your boiler has passed its annual MOT test and is safe to use. We can confirm we have checked the following and that the service engineer has completed the service record and advised of any future work required. Your invoice is attached to the email. Payment is nice and easy via bank transfer to the following account XYZ 1234. We have checked all is well and the following safety checks. You can see we've put thought into how can we communicate to our customer. Nice and friendly, nice and to the point, and all I can say is we've got tons of them. This is a ready-made, ready-to-go boiler service / boiler service plan customer journey. I'm going to go into that more later. For now, just over to Matt's screen, because Matt's going to show us a little bit about where the real magic is happening with regards to PHA and PHA automizations.
Yeah, so I mean, the one thing that is quite key to everything that we're doing in the heating accelerator is the automation feature, which has been in beta for the last few weeks, and we are about to push that out to everyone. So this is where you can go in and you can create these automations that are based on something triggers it, a quote's created, an event's booked, and then you can apply conditions, maybe an event's booked and it's tagged as a customer booking, and then generate these communications to your customer, setting that up around the pipeline so that you've got that ready to go. Everything transitions to states automatically. Customers get message, your team gets message. You can set that up, and we again have effectively configure templates for you. So some of that we've now built into when you go and create automations, you can either use a template or just create a new automation from scratch. So that's new. We've really been like working with people based on the feedback to really nail down this, make it as easy as possible. So I can search here and I can say, oh, I want an event reminder one day before, create that, and it's taken a template. We haven't applied any conditions there, but you can do that. So based on it's assigned to someone, the customer email is whatever, it has a certain tag. And then we've already got an email here, very basic one, puts the variables in, but we'll be able to take the communications that Tommy's been developing and put them into that same structure. So we're kind of like set up, ready to go with that. And then, as we say, in the next couple of weeks, we'll be putting those templates into the accounts of people who have taken the opportunity to sign up for that accelerator. In the top right here, you can see the latest product updates. So just to give you a quick scan over those to see anything we've missed. So we've just been talking about automations. The one thing that we've added based on a ton of feedback we've been getting is the ability to add attachments to those emails in the automation. So when something's triggered, it sends a message to your customer. You can attach PDFs, images, like whatever it is that is specific to that particular communication that you want to send to the customer. So there's that. There's the templates that we've talked about, and we'll be adding more there. And then the other thing we think we touched on a little bit is the ability to manage suppliers and materials. So that's linked from the app. You can always go and check out updates.payaka.com. But that section is in here. You can't do much with this at the moment until we add in the materials, which we're working on right now. In the next couple of weeks, we'll have that out. So it's about being able to say, I've got these items that I sell to the customer. Each item could be linked to multiple materials, which is what I actually need to buy from my supplier to deliver those items. And I can get these items at these prices from these suppliers. Then we can take it to the next level, which is automating those purchase orders. So customer accepts quote, I know I need to do the job, and therefore I know I need to order these parts from this merchant. And we're in discussion with a few suppliers at the moment in figuring out, okay, how do we make this even easier? How do we make it easy for someone to effectively order directly with live prices with whatever supplier it is, and just make that really easy for people to automate that next level of the business. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. There is a ton more that we've got in the works, but those are the headlines.
So I just want to come back to if you just come back to the news, the little microphone up in top, megaphone up in the top. The second one down, I believe, not the suppliers from. No, maybe it was one below, adding attachments. So I just want to brainstorm this a little bit. I'd like to hear from you and your team what sort of attachments were you thinking of. I can spitball a few, and again, this depends which customer journey we're talking about. That is the beauty about this, is that we set different customer journeys for different customer groups, for different services, and we put different material in each of these customer journeys at a specific point that it matters. So one thing for me, straight off the bat, T's and C's. At what point does T's and C's drop in? At what point would a customer charter drop in? At what point would you drop a PDF of the manufacturer's instructions? Why not? We can do it. We can do it. How many times, particularly you people that are working in lots of landlord properties, how many times does the book go missing? And now with this new regulation that's coming out that says we cannot service unless we have access to the manufacturer's books, there you go. Let's get these PDFs in on our customer journey. Matt, what? And and it can come at the end, can't it? So you're telling your customer, don't worry, perceived value. You cannot lose this. You cannot lose your warranty because everything is digitally backed up. Okay. So Matt, what was in it? Any others? Are we talking about just preset documents that we're going to include that happens before, or is this documents that we can attach that we've taken on the job? For instance, obviously certificates is built into PHA for free, by the way, is already built in. But is there any other documents that we may collect whilst we're out on the job and just make it nice and easy to attach that at the right point of the customer journey?
Yeah, good question. So within a deal, you can upload any kind of documents, files, photos. So just keeping that all in one place is one thing you can do. Another thing that kind of gives an example of what you were talking about there was if you say have got a specific document that's tied to a specific type of install, say a Valent install or whatever it is, then you can attach that document to an automation, and then say you've got a booking in the calendar and you've tagged it to say it's tagged with this type of install, then you can trigger that automation that say within 2 days of this install, follow up, or like on the same day, whatever it is, follow up with this document. I think there's probably another level there, which is about, you're talking about capturing something on the job and then attaching that thing that you've captured to an automated message. That's kind of another level of complexity there. But there is so much power in the combination of features that we built, those pipelines, automations, and tagging. Tagging is a big one. I know we've talked about that a lot in the context of customers and how important it is to define your customer groups, tag them in a certain way, and then we can build so much useful analytics on top of that. So one thing I know we were discussing earlier today, actually, involved with our real technical geek, Michael Paney, who we love talking to, is to
Paney gets his own air horn, by the way.
I think he needs something custom. He needs a special Paney horn.
I've got.
I don't know.
I was about this one. No.
I think we could come up with something better.
I can get a Paney. I can get a Paney to come onto screen. Yeah, I will.
Yeah,
we'll sort it out.
Do that.
Jamie, we need a Paney.
The one thing we were discussing is getting doing a bit of a brainstorming session to design that dashboard that gives you that high level view of those key metrics in your business, how you're performing. And tagging is going to be a big part of that, because it then allows you to then delve down into segmenting customer groups and saying, these are my most profitable customer groups. These have the highest lifetime value. These are the customers now. I've been tracking that data over there. It's going to take time to get all that data, but you need to start tracking it from the start. And now I know these are the customers I need to focus on, and therefore this is my strategy to take my business to the next level.
Let me just hit with three other ones that comes out of our dominate marketing and built to last training. Okay, three ideas, and I know that this may sound big and epic, but let me just hit you with three ideas here. So first document that may go out if we're talking about a boiler installation, for instance, the homeowner's guide to boiler installation. It's your document that's branded up as your business to answer the most common questions. It's like FAQs. Hey, we're here to answer all these questions for you. It's all in a nice little document. It might only be 8 pages, might be 10 pages, however many. This is basically a collection of blog articles. If you think I don't have that, think about prioritizing it and building it, because what comes out of it is blog articles to go on your social media and to go on your website. If you already have a ton of content on your website, scrape the best bits and get it all together in a PDF document. That would come at the early part of the customer journey. Next, what we could possibly have is getting more into the sales part of it. Okay, once you've actually visited this property, once you've surveyed the property, it's a different document that gets more down to the sales of, this is what we have, this is what we can offer, this is what we can offer you after we've done the installation. For instance, service plans, and then the last part of it, perhaps if we're still in the customer journey for boiler installation, after you've done the job, it's a customer care guide. Everything you need to know about using XYZ thermostat in screenshots, telling people what button to press on the thermostat, explaining how to top up the pressure, screenshots, finger pointing at the blue or black tap. What do you need to do about your magnetic filter? Don't touch it. Leave it to us. We'll look after it next year. These are the type of documents we're talking about. Rather than just one document fits all, we can drop different communications to our customers at different points. Matt, I'm aware that we're on 19 minutes already. If that's covering all your news, I'm going to shoot over to my screen. Okay. For those that are not aware, in our Built to Last Members Club, we did a workshop a couple of weeks ago all around service plans. What I've done is gone and fleshed out what that workshop was, and I'm starting to build a little bit more than a 2-hour workshop. Actually, that's all to do with what's on our website, okay? More than a 2-hour workshop around service plans, which is going to be available to the PHA members only, and to the Built to Last members only. Okay, so this is me fleshing this out. But the reason why I'm scrolling down here is because we're going to come to this, right? Just make sure that I'm on the right point. Yes, this is what I'm on, but I just need to zoom out a little bit, I guess. Let's see if I can zoom out. No, we're fully zoomed out. So the customer journey for a service plan, it starts here. Look how many steps we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps there. We've got a different set of steps. Are you the type of person that takes payment on the job when you've done the service, or are you the type of person that invoices afterwards? If that's the case, we've got a different set of steps. This is all pre-written, whichever way you want to go. But this is where the magic happens. You've done that service, and the following year, we've got a collection of emails that politely remind your customer that they are now due a service. So let me just give you a few examples. Let me read a few examples out to you. So this is the first inquiry has come through. Hello, friend. This is the first communication with the customer. Hello, friend. It's a template. You can edit it however you would like. Thank you for contacting. Fill the blanks. Town name. That's where you are from. Friendly boiler specialist. We are currently away from the office, but will call to discuss the service required as early as possible on the next working day. The summertime office hours are between 9:30 and 3:30 Monday to Friday. Edit that in the way you need. We understand that you may not be able to take a call during our usual office hours. If that is the case, simply pop the details needed in the form below. This information will allow us to provide the best service option to you and give dates that we can complete this work. To see our boiler service products, please check out our boiler service page here. It's a link, it's a backlink back to your website which describes the products. This is all helping you generate more traffic on your website. It's all good for your Google and SEO. Wishing you a happy day, Team X. Your town name, friendly boiler specialist. Check out the lovely reviews that our recent customers have left here. Here's your address. The Boiler People, 120 Deepwell Road, Plumtown, A up. Phil, change that, okay? Change that. Now let me. I'm just skipping. Well, no, that next one sums it up well. Hello again, friend, because now this is the second time you've got back to them. Excellent news. You have just confirmed your appointment with the _ team. Here is some information about the upcoming boiler service. Everything you need to know is below, but please do not hesitate to ask if you have any other questions. Before we arrive, people are going to laugh about this, report any problems that you have experienced. If available, please ensure the book is present. I need to fill that in. The service book is present. Please provide easy access to the boiler and gas meter. Move the pram and your fishing tackle and your cricket tackle. Get it all out of the way. We don't want to get to the meter. Avoid using the boiler for 1 hour before the service. What happens next? The team will confirm the time slot with you in the morning. We will keep you informed of any changes. We will conduct pre-service visual checks. The engineer will report any findings and recommendations. Your service record will be completed and stored on cloud storage. Our engineer will take payment and supply the receipt. Wishing you a happy day, Team X. Town name, friendly boiler specialist. Check out our lovely reviews that our recent customers have left here. Link to your reviews. The Boiler People, 120 Deepwell Road, Plumtown. As you can see, guys, this is V1. That's just 2 of the stages on this particular customer journey. But this is the level of content that we are going to create across several customer journeys. That's going to help you get into PHA, get into PHA, and hit the ground running. Start using it as soon as possible. Yes, some of the language might not fit your customer journey, so you can alter it. It's just a guide, it's just a template. But once we've actually completed all the standard customer journeys, we're going to come back to it and start putting in V2s and V3s, giving different tones of communication. Do you want a communication that's witty, a little bit tongue-in-cheek, a little bit funny, gives a little bit of character to your business? Yes, if it fits. But if you're the type of customer that serves the What's the Bosch community, the Which Trusted Trader customers, perhaps you might want to change the language slightly. Perhaps, okay? Are your customers coming from Checker Trade, or they're coming from Which? We've got different types of customers which will require a different communication. It's all down to understanding your brand. And part of brand is communication. You only have to look at what all the big brands are doing, the banks are doing, the supermarkets are doing, what the phone providers and mobile providers are doing on every advert you walk past. They're all changing their language to start speaking more human to human, person to person, rather than corporate brand to person. And that's the power of, if you think about it, what we can actually put into our customer journey, and PHA can help you do that. Oh, I'll add on, Grammarly Pro helps a lot as well. So that's me, obviously fired up and excited to share that, because I'll just give you a little look at what's involved there. But there's a lot of, in fact, let me come back. Yeah, I just need to prove this. That's more of the train. Look right down the bottom. 3,700 words are written in that document, which is a combination of the training that's going to be available for PHA and Built to Last members, and that V1 of that customer journey. There's going to be lots more customer journeys mapped out for you guys. So that's me. Finished, Matt. Is there anything else to add to this episode of PHA? So this PHA EP5?
Yeah, 5 or 6. Yeah, it's difficult to keep track. So much good content. The final thing that I would say is just a reminder that both Tommy and I and some more of the PHA team will be at the Installer Show.
Oh, hang on.
On the 21st to the 23rd of June at the NEC in Birmingham. That's in 25 days and 18 hours. It is free to attend the event. There are loads of other good heating and electrical stuff going on there. So do take the time out to come.
Ours is going to be the best stall.
It will be the best.
We're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, loads of fun. We've got lots of exciting merch to give away. I think we've got some balls to throw at you. But the biggest thing we can offer there is we can do live demos. So we're taking a bunch of equipment and stuff. So if you do want to just come and have a play with PHA, totally free, sign up there. We are going, so we haven't announced this officially, but I'm just like, give you a sneak peek. We're going to do extended trials there. So we're going to offer you something a little bit extra if you come along and see us there. But do bear in mind that it is your last chance this month, pretty much, to sign up for the free accelerator. So get on board there if you're ready to go there. But otherwise, come and see us at the Installer Show.
Which the first people that will be watching this video will already be in PHA anyway, because we're live in PHA right now, which is a private members-only group that me and Matt are hosting, and we're going to be doing Q&As and listening. That's the key. Listening to what the community are saying and wanting. Okay. After this live, we will be putting it out across our other social media platforms. There's only 8 spots left for the first lot of PHA, the free lot of PHA, the founding members of PHA that are going to help shape it. Okay, what you've just seen there, that fingers crossed is going to be live pretty soon for them members that are in. But once that 20 is gone, and once that big red button has been pressed and that is then live, then the door will close, unfortunately, because a lot of work is going into this, and it's got to be a lot of work is going into it, guys.
Free.
Yeah,
and it'll still be worth your money when if you miss the chance. But there is an opportunity right there.
Mm-hmm.
Do grab it.
Good stuff. Right, so Matt, we're on. Let me have a look at my timer. We're on 31 minutes, which is about how we talk on these weekly catch-ups. Are we going to put this out into a podcast?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea, actually. We run the 50 Shades of Trade podcast available on YouTube, podcast, and we have, did I mention it? And all good podcasting platforms, it is there. Download it, please follow and leave us a review. That would be fantastic. But yes, we should use the PHA heating accelerator, which is also available on YouTube. This series, this is the free stuff. This is the stuff that we're putting out there to everyone to give you a taster of the kind of stuff we're doing. It would be good to turn that into a podcast too.
And just on this, because I know that we're on 31 minutes, and certain places will get the full extended version of this, and certain places will get a chopped up, cut down version of these chats. But over in the PHA heating community, we are going to get lots of long form content and conversations with bits and bats of nuggets that's in there that is never going to see the light of day anywhere else. So, get involved, guys. Get it involved. Dude, I'm all fired up. I'm going to have to go and try to calm down with a cup of tea and sugar.
That's all good. It's all good.
Back soon then, yeah?
Yeah, nice one.
Next
See you
week,
soon, guys.
Toodle pip.
Bye.
So you think your boiler's had it? I'll fetch the 2 bags from the van. If you want the best, don't ask questions, 'cause brother, I'm your man. What it'll cost, well that's a mystery. Until I take off the cover, who knows what I'm gonna see. These are the jobs driving me berserk. Why do only fools and plumbers work? La 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 la, 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 yeah. Why do only fools and plumbers work?